Good evening, everyone. When I was talking to my sister Inday Eileen to do a eulogy for Daddy, I told her I don't know when, or how, and where to start. Looking back as a child, I would say I had a few memories of Daddy, as he was mostly away working abroad to provide for the family. Whenever he comes home, he would see to it that he brings Inday Eileen and I to school and picks us up once class is over. At a young age, he taught us the value of family above all things, making sure we eat together in every meal at home and we pray the rosary before going to sleep. He has imbibed me to be selfless and giving. I can recall at a very young age, I was this chubby little kid who loved to eat bacon, pork, hot dog, and rice. A lot of rice. I would be crying every meal time if the bacon and hot dog is not the same than what Inday Eileen can eat. To calm me down, Daddy would cook again, but sees to it that Inday Eileen gets the same amount. He is a person who treats everybody fairly, never biased in his judgments, and sticks to the principle to stand what is right and just. At home, he instilled to us the value and tradition of respect and looking up to those elder than us. It is a practice to greet them every 6 p.m. after the Angelus, before you leave the house, and whenever you come home. Whenever we forget, he would say, "Ano na oras gani ah?" It is his way of saying, you forgot to kiss and greet mommy and daddy. Daddy was a hands-on father to me and Inday Eileen, especially in school. Having been accelerated in studying grade 1 at 5 years old was a testament of Daddy's perseverance and patience. If you would recall, in the early 90s, most of the notebooks that were sold have multiplication tables at the back part. And Daddy would let us memorize those before going to sleep. We would reach till midnight, memorizing those multiplication tables and ensuring that all our homeworks and assignments are done. In all the competitions that I joined, Daddy and Mommy would see to it that they are there to boost me up and build my confidence. On my first math national competition in Tagaytay, Manila, Daddy came with me, and he was my first and my number one supporter. He made sure that I was going to be safe because there was an instance that my bed was on double deck and I was on the second part, on the top part. He looked for a rope because it was difficult for me to climb up, being a chubby kid that I am. Fast forward, 2013, I got sick and was operated, had surgery for appendectomy, but it wasn't a simple one. I was admitted for a month, and it was a struggle for both Mommy and Daddy. He assisted me to get back to school. On the first time I stood up from bed, he held me up and taught me how to walk again. 2014, I decided to work abroad, and I told him that I am anxious, that this is my first time to be away from home. He told me, just pray, and we will be here for your success. He made sure that everything was ready in my luggage, putting all things, first aid kit, sewing kit, all the kits that you can remember. During these years, I was so glad to have seen him abroad, bringing them on different tours as I promised him, and that we had a lot of projects together to improve and build our home, a home that he built for us. There were instances that I felt very down, owing to homesickness and missing the family. I would always call them and make sure that we are always communicating. I would tell him, "Daddy, gusto ko na magpuli and I miss you." He would say, "Tiyaga lang to, and you will reap the fruits of your labor." One thing that always struck my mind, as he would always say, "Hindi ka gid mag-resign kung wala ka sayluhan." Even in these little things, he makes sure and ensure that our future are always secure. 2 years ago, I told him that I'm getting married. I told him, can we talk together? He said these words, "You have my support in our love, Toto." When he got admitted recently, I told him You will get out of this, and we will do everything to help you. I have never thought that Daddy's gonna be um, not Daddy's won't be able to go home. In this difficult times, in these darkest days, I didn't even see him saying kapoy nako or hindi nako. He would still try to be pleasant in front of the camera. I would call him every day to check on him as early as 4:30 a.m. and be there to all his procedures. I have seen Daddy as somebody who is very physically, emotionally, spiritually strong. And I know that even if I was not around, he saw how much we loved him and how much we are there for him. It pains my heart that I won't be able to see him in his last days. But I know wherever he is very happy and smiling up there. I have a lot of things to say. Even these 2 papers in front of me won't be enough. But I know deep in my heart, he can read my heart, he can read my mind, he feels me. I love you and I miss you, Daddy. Take care and see you again. I love you.